Under the colossal universe, where tremendous stars sparkle like old leftovers of the past, humankind's unquenchable interest drives us forward. On December 25, 2021, a famous occasion occurred at the Guana Space Center, demonstrating the beginning of one more period in space assessment. Eagerly, the world looked on as the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, set out on its essential mission, promising to reveal the secrets of the universe and how we could interpret them. The send-off of the James Webb Space Telescope denotes a crucial point in time in mankind's undertakings to loosen up the mysteries of the universe. This significant observatory, named to respect James Webb, a focal figure in NASA's set of experiences, addresses the finish of numerous long periods of logical movement and worldwide participation. JWST, the most exceptional space telescope ever, is focused on changing how we figure out the universe and reclassifying the constraints of astrophysical assessment. From its vantage point at the second Lagrange point, L2, around 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, JWST offers an unparalleled viewpoint on the universe. Not at all like its ancestor, the Hubble Space Telescope, HST, which circles Earth, JWST's area guarantees a steady, unhindered view liberated from contortions brought about by Earth's air. This basic area licenses JWST to investigate profound space and catch the slightest signs from the most far-off heavenly bodies. Outfitted with a bunch of state-of-the-art instruments, JWST has an unrivaled ability to notice the universe across a scope of frequencies, from the close infrared to the mid-infrared. Its essential mirror, comprised of 18 gold-plated hexagonal sections and estimating a striking 6.5 m in width, gives phenomenal light social event power. Joined with a high-goal infrared camera and spectrometer, JWST can distinguish the slightest light produced by far-off worlds, stars, and exoplanets. One of JWST's essential objectives is to concentrate on the arrangement and development of systems all through the universe. By thinking back billions of years, the telescope can catch the light from the primary worlds, giving understanding into the cycles that molded the immense designs we notice today. Besides, JWST's perceptions of adjoining universes offer important information on star development rates, heavenly populaces, and dull matter conveyances, revealing insight into the systems of world advancement. As well as concentrating on worlds, JWST is ready to reform how we might interpret exoplanets, planets circling stars outside our planetary group. With its aversion to infrared light, the telescope can research the environments of exoplanets, looking for indications of water fume, methane, and different particles that could demonstrate the presence of life. By performing travel spectroscopy, which includes breaking down a planet's environment as it passes before its host star, JWST intends to distinguish possibly livable universes and uncover the privileged insights of planetary variety. JWST's perceptions of our planetary group likewise give new bits of knowledge into the properties of planets, moons, and other divine bodies. By concentrating on the environments of planets like Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars, the telescope conveys fundamental data on climatic peace, atmospheric conditions, and surface elements. Furthermore, JWST's perceptions of space rocks, comets, and other little items add to how we might interpret the nearby planet group's arrangement and the starting points of planetary frameworks. Past its logical targets, JWST epitomizes the soul of worldwide coordinated effort and collaboration fashioned through an organization between NASA, the European Space Office, ESA, and the Canadian Space Organization, CSA. The telescope addresses an aggregate obligation to propelling human information and disclosure. By pooling assets, skill, and mechanical capacities, the JWST project typifies the force of worldwide coordinated effort intending to the most significant requests about our position known to mankind. As JWST sets out on its excursion of disclosure, it conveys with it the expectations and goals of innumerable researchers, specialists, and space devotees all over the planet. With every noteworthy perception and momentous revelation, the telescope will grow humankind's scholarly skylines and move people in the future to investigate the miracles of the universe. From uncovering the secrets of cosmic system development to looking for indications of extraterrestrial life, JWST vows to be a signal of logical advancement and a demonstration of the unending interest of the human psyche. The investigation and striking disclosures of the universe have forever been an excursion that has assisted us with extending our grip of the universe. Today, we are nearer than at any other time to accomplishing this basic objective on account of the James Webb Space Telescope. The telescope and its remarkably sharp pictures of far-off divine peculiarities are reshaping our figuring out in critical and significant ways. Kindly praise the notable send-off from the Guana Space Center on December 25, 2021. JWST presents a huge jump forward in grandiose capacities. This state-of-the-art observatory is a cooperative exertion between NASA, the European Space Organization, and the Canadian Space Organization, and it is committed to James Webb, an urgent figure in NASA's set of experiences. The starting points of the JWST program are established in NASA's rich history of room investigation and expand on the accomplishments of past missions, for example, the Hubble Space Telescope, HST, send-off in 1990. HST exemplified mankind's central goal to figure out the universe, giving basic data and establishing the groundwork for the aggressive JWST. HST was intended to beat the restrictions forced by Earth's environment on space perception. Situated over the air in low Earth circle, around 340 kilometers over the world's surface, it uses progressed reflect innovation and exact instruments to assemble and break down light from divine articles with high precision. All through its main goal, HST has caught rousing pictures and basic logical information, incredibly adding to how we might interpret the universe. Striking achievements remember finding various worlds for apparently void space, uncovering the principal splendid stars in the enormous Magellanic Cloud, and researching the profound polar locales to uncover systems following back to the early universe. HST has likewise assumed an imperative part in noticing exoplanets, following cosmic explosion occasions, and affirming major cosmological hypotheses like the enormous detonation and the development of the universe. By concentrating on far-off systems and astronomical foundation radiation, the Hubble Space Telescope has given conclusive proof supporting the hypothesis of the universe's starting point and has helped measure the rate at which worlds are retreating. Today, the Hubble Space Telescope has recognized light from a world 7 trillion miles away, permitting us to pass the brightness of this huge examination onto people in the future. As we dig further into the ramifications of this wonderful disclosure, we proceed with our custom of disentangling the secrets of the universe. The data assembled uncovers a charming perspective on our universe, with additional far-off systems constantly subsiding from us at high rates, confirming improvements we had recently conjectured. The Hubble Space Telescope had a fundamental impact in further developing how we comprehend this extension, particularly through the Hubble consistent, which shows how rapidly the universe is developing. At first assessed by space expert Edwin Hubble during the 1920s, Hubble's acknowledgement refined this study. In any case, current assessment techniques and dynamic affirmations have prompted tenacious errors without an unmistakable goal. These affirmations, including staggering pictures, have extended our knowledge to levels that outperform Hubble's disclosures. NASA has introduced the James Webb Space Telescope as an achievement in space investigation. NASA's broad missions, from Mars meanderers to investigation missions, have added to the mechanical progressions that prompted the origination and improvement of JWST. The send-off of JWST carries us nearer to grasping the beginning and destiny of the universe. Dissimilar to its ancestor, JWST catches long-frequency noticeable light to mid-infrared frequencies, giving a more extensive, more clear perspective on the universe. An outstanding new revelation from JWST distinguished light from a planet 7 trillion miles away, testing speculations about the universe. A spectroscopic report recommends that the planet WASP-96b may hold onto extraterrestrial life, reigniting interest in outsider populaces past our planetary group. This revelation, from such a significant stretch, features JWST's exceptional observational capacities. Intended to outperform Hubble, JWST can look through huge residue mists, uncovering stowed-away vast elements. With its 6.5 m essential mirror made of gold-plated beryllium sections, a great infrared camera, and a refined sun shield working at freezing temperatures, Fundamental for its infrared recognition capacities, JWST is a wonder of designing, reshaping how we might interpret the universe and its starting points. Arranged at the L2 Lagrange point, around 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, JWST circles the Sun instead of the Earth. This essential situating guarantees a steady, unhindered perspective on the universe, limiting obstruction from barometrical unsettling influences and Earth's intensity. With its unmatched capacities and high-level instruments, JWST beats past observatories, improving our capacity to investigate the universe. One of its essential goals is to zero in on the attributes of exoplanets, looking for indications of livability and principal atoms like water and methane that demonstrate potential forever. By dissecting light from far-off worlds, stars, and divine designs framed billions of years prior, JWST assists us with getting a handle on the universe's starting points and development past our own planetary group. The JWST mission reaches out to vantage point that offers unparalleled perspectives on the universe. Not at all like its ancestor, the Hubble Space Telescope, HST, which works in low Earth circle. JWST's area ensures a steady and unhindered view liberated from barometrical impedance and Earth's intensity. This essential situating empowers JWST to peer profound into space with outstanding lucidity and responsiveness across many frequencies, from close infrared to mid-infrared frequencies. At the center of JWST's high-level observational capacities lies its essential mirror, a wonder of designing made out of 18 hexagonal sections covered with gold to upgrade light social occasion effectiveness. With a width of 6.5 m, this mirror fundamentally beats HST's capacities, permitting JWST to catch faint signs from far-off universes, stars, and exoplanets. Joined with best-in-class instruments, including a high-goal infrared camera and spectrometer, JWST is ready to reform how we might interpret the universe's starting points, development, and organization. One of JWST's essential logical objectives is to concentrate on the arrangement and improvement of worlds all through grandiose history. By looking billions of years into the past, JWST can notice the earliest systems that framed after the huge explosion, giving bits of knowledge into the cycles that molded the universe into its present status. These perceptions not just revealed insight into the elements of cosmic system arrangement, yet additionally offer pieces of information about the appropriation of dull matter and the development of heavenly populaces inside universes. Past its cosmic examinations, JWST is intended to investigate exoplanetary frameworks in noteworthy detail. Using its infrared capacities, JWST can examine the airs of far-off exoplanets, looking for key particles, for example, water fume and methane that might show the presence of tenable circumstances or even indications of extraterrestrial life. This strategy, known as travel spectroscopy, includes concentrating on the weak light that goes through an exoplanet's environment as it travels before its host star. By deciphering these phantom arcs, JWST means to possibly distinguish livable universes and extend how we might interpret planetary variety across the universe. Also, JWST's perceptions reach out to our own planetary group, giving new experiences into the air creations, environment examples, and surface elements of planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, and their moons. These short proximity concentrates on upgrade how we might interpret planetary elements as well as add to more extensive requests about the starting points of our planetary group and the potential for life past Earth. The turn of events and send-off of JWST address the climax of many years of worldwide cooperation and mechanical advancement, started by NASA in association with the European Space Organization, ESA, and the Canadian Space Organization, CSA. JWST encapsulates the soul of global collaboration in pushing the limits of human information. By pooling assets, mastery, and state-of-the-art innovations, these joint efforts have made a leader observatory that vows to rethink how we might interpret the universe and move people in the future of researchers, designers, and pioneers. The excursion of JWST from idea to the truth is established in NASA's rich history of room investigation and logical revelation, expanding on the spearheading accomplishments of missions like the Hubble Space Telescope. JWST addresses a quantum jump in observational capacities and logical desire. While Hubble prepared with its famous pictures and notable disclosures, JWST plans to stretch the boundaries further by uncovering enormous insider facts that have stayed stowed away from view. One of JWST's most expected commitments is its capacity to catch point-by-point pictures of heavenly peculiarities that were already distant or ineffectively comprehended. For instance, JWST's perceptions of star-shaping districts, for example, the Carina cloud, uncover perplexing designs and elements inside these inestimable nurseries, offering significant bits of knowledge into the cycles of heavenly birth and advancement. Also, JWST's investigation of world bunches and their gravitational communications gives signs about the huge scope design of the universe and the job of dull matter in molding enormous scenes. The creative abilities of JWST are exemplified by its high-level sun shield, which guarantees that the telescope works at incredibly chilly temperatures, fundamental for its infrared perceptions. This five-layered safeguard shields JWST's touchy instruments from the intensity discharged by the sun, Earth, and the actual telescope, keeping an ideal warm climate for exact logical estimations. Joined with its precise pointing and adjustment frameworks, JWST is fit for catching sharp, high-goal pictures that uncover multifaceted subtleties of far-off universes, planetary frameworks, and other divine articles. Notwithstanding its logical objectives, JWST fills in as a demonstration of human resourcefulness and the persevering quest for information. The difficulties to defeat during its plan, advancement, and send-off feature the devotion and joint effort of thousands of researchers, designers, and experts around the world. From creating state-of-the-art optics and instruments to organizing the mind-boggling planned operations of its send-off and organization, JWST addresses a victory of human accomplishment and a reference point of motivation for future space investigation tries. Looking forward, JWST is supposed to make critical revelations that could reshape how we might interpret the universe and our place inside it. Whether unwinding the secrets of dull energy, recognizing the marks of life on far-off exoplanets, or planning the huge snare of system groups, JWST's capacities are ready to grow the wildernesses of stargazing and cosmology in amazing ways. Each novel perception and logical leap forward from JWST vows to develop our interest with the universe's intricacy and variety, lighting new inquiries and rousing people in the future to investigate the marvels of room. As JWST sets out on its central goal of revelation, it conveys with it the expectations and yearnings of individuals all over the planet, from youthful understudies propelled by its dazzling pictures to prepared researchers enthusiastically expecting its logical bits of knowledge. JWST addresses a cooperative work to stretch the boundaries of human information and investigate the privileged insights of the universe. By proceeding to extend the limits of innovation and logical request, JWST typifies the soul of investigation and revelation that characterizes mankind's main goal to figure out the universe and our place inside it. Eventually, the James Webb Space Telescope remains as a demonstration of human interest, assurance, and cooperation. With its progressive capacities and aggressive logical objectives, JWST vows to change how we might interpret the universe and prepare for future disclosures. By investigating far-off worlds, examining exoplanetary frameworks, and opening enormous privileged insights, JWST addresses a milestone of logical progression and an image of humankind's persevering through journey to investigate the universe.